This is day 60, by the way. 6-0. So I admire your dedication. 60 days meditation. So it's okay if we miss a day. It's okay if you skip. Just consistency is key. That's why I always say to my students that the duration doesn't matter of your meditation practice. You don't have to force yourself to sit for 35 minutes and still the mind for half an hour. That's very difficult. Do 3 minutes daily, every single day. That is far more effective for your psyche and for your spiritual health than trying to force yourself to sit for half an hour. I don't do half an hour meditations. I rarely do. Usually it's between 10 and 20, sometimes 25 minutes, but usually it's closer to 12-ish. Well, we've slowly been making our way through the seminal text on yoga, which is the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, and there are thousands of books on the Yoga Sutras. This is one of my favorites, The Science of Yoga by I.K. Taimni. So I've been referencing several different books on the sutras. Now, the sutras are ancient. There are 196 of them, divided into 4 chapters. And we've been making our way through the first chapter, which is Samadhi Pada, the chapter on Samadhi. Samadhi is transcendence of consciousness, the goal of yoga. So the first chapter talks about Samadhi and how to do it, the effects of it. The second chapter is the technical practice of yoga. So that's next. We come to the last sutra in the first chapter, Samadhi Pada. So the last sutra is profound. We hear Patanjali give us the instructions on how to transcend prakriti, how to transcend the manifest world. Now, it's the last sutra, so for most of us it's theoretical and it's just conceptual, but there are practices to reach that. So when you think about the ultimate unification, union of lower self to higher self and then higher self to the all self, that's transcendence. So lower self to higher self is very practical for us. That's what we do every day when we work with a seed thought. Seed thought anchors our mind to one point and it allows our awareness to transcend the personality. So contemplating on a seed, picking an object of meditation, whether it's the heart, whether it's a movement of prana up the spine, when you focus the mind for long enough, Patanjali says, your consciousness will elevate, it will expand, and it will uproot itself from the physical brain, our emotions, our ego. That's union of lower self to higher self. So now we're talking about the second part of union, unifying our self, our capital S self, with the all self, the one life, param atma. So if we're spirit, if we are atma, it's actually called jivatma, the individual spirit. How does jivatma merge with param atma? Well, that's the subject of the very last sutra, Sutra 51 in the first chapter. So the very first sutra in the first 3 sutras in the whole book, in the whole teaching, the first sutra says, and now a teaching on yoga is to begin. The second sutra says, yogaschitta vritti nirodha, and that says, yoga is the calming of the mind. He encapsulates what yoga is, the calming of the mind. That's the second sutra. The third sutra says, once the yogi does that, calms the mind, the yogi is established in his essential nature. So fast forward through all other sutras in the first chapter to Sutra 51, we talk about Patanjali talks about what that essential nature is. It's the realm beyond prakriti. It's the realm beyond the manifest world, which is known as Purusha, or Paramatma, the all soul, the all self. There's no more individualization. There's complete union. Paravairagya is required for this as well. It's the releasing of all attachments, every attachment, not only to yourself, but to everything in the physical world, every thought, every concept. So again, this is almost impractical. However, Patanjali teaches it. So why is it important to explore it? Well, if we're on a spiritual path, we need to know what the goal is. We need to know where we're headed. If you don't have a goal, how are you going to get there? We need to know where we're aiming so we can course correct. So this meditation that we're going to do, it's called Neti Neti. Not this, not that. Some of you may have heard of it. And it's a practice to practice para vairagya, releasing everything so we can transcend. So this idea of seed thoughts, every meditation we've done together up until this point has used a seed, something to focus the mind on. Well, I very rarely do near bija meditation. So bija means seed, a seed thought, bija. So sabija is a meditation with seed, which is by far the majority of all the meditations we do. We pick something to focus on. Near bija meditation is meditation without seed. How do we do that? How do you make the mind go empty so you can transcend? How is that even possible? Well, it's not for most of us. But the practice of Neti Neti gives us the roadmap. Negating, not this, not that, not this, not that. So what else is there? When you've eliminated all things, when we eliminate all things, what is there? Non-duality, kaivalya, moksha. It's conceptual. The idea of non-dualism is conceptual, but it is reality according to the yoga tradition. It is the highest reality, the only truth there is. Truth is relative, but really truth is only one thing. It's relative and it's one thing. So it's non-dualism. Whenever you have anything in physical manifestation, there's a polarity, up and down, left and right, negative, positive, good, bad, hot, cold, happy, sad. Getting rid of all that is you can call it God. Brahma in the Hindu tradition. Neti Neti. So the practice of Neti Neti, those two words which mean not this, not that, not this, not that. We'll start with some breathing, and then we will move into the process of negating all things. So when the mind drifts to your posture, you just mentally repeat to yourself, not this, not that, or Neti Neti. When your mind drifts to the quality of your breath, Neti Neti. When your mind drifts to being the watcher of your thoughts, the watcher itself, Neti Neti. We're going beyond higher self here. We're going beyond our own spirit here. The process of meditation, Neti Neti. Negating, removing, uprooting, releasing attachment, Neti Neti. Let's see what happens. Hopefully nothing happened. Please sit comfortably. Adjust yourself with stability. Sometimes it helps to actually feel the 3 points of a triangle contacting the ground, so the backs of the knees, and then the coccyx or the tailbone. So if you envision yourself with kind of like a tripod base, drawing lines between those 3 points, the backs of the knees, the coccyx, and then sensing that the perineum or the pelvic floor is the kind of stabilizing point of the triangle. Shoulders relax, face relaxes, start to breathe. Engage a very gentle ujjayi in the throat, very subtle. Let the eyelids become soft. Let the cheeks and lips become soft. Teeth are unclenched. Chin is neutral. Crown of the head reaches up. Breath is deepening. Now let's practice Langana style breathing. Langana means heightening the effects of calmness, and we practice Langana as opposed to Brahmana by extending the length of the exhale. So I want you to make your exhale twice as long as the inhale. So if we're not using the metronome today, we're just gonna, judge the duration yourself. If you're inhaling for 4 seconds, exhale for 8 seconds, or thereabouts. And of course, if you're inhaling for 5 or 6 seconds, exhale for 10 or 12 seconds. Make the breath smooth and even, as always. Make it easy. Make it right. Right for you. For your own constitution. You may find that you need to engage more ujjayi on the inhale or the exhale to regulate this rhythm, to create the faster inhale and the slow, controlled, long, double length exhale. Have the intention to make the beginning of the exhale the same intensity and quality as the end of the exhale. So don't push all the air out at first and then just kind of leak it out at the end. Make it all the same. If you feel ready for it, add a pause at the end of the exhale, suspending the breath before you take your next inhale. Just a few more cycles of inhale and exhale. The breath is as smooth and comfortable as it can be. Now allow the breath just to be natural, no more shaping of the breath. Before we begin the process of negating, just develop an awareness that you are a joyful being. We are compassionate beings. We are blissful creatures. The life and energy that we are is joyful by nature, blissful by nature, unconditionally loving by nature. and compassionate to all. And now, Neti Neti. Whenever a thought comes in, we negate the thought. Just repeat the two words, Neti Neti. Removing any identifications, removing any attachments. Who is the one who meditates? Neti Neti. The concept of non-duality, Neti Neti. The word moksha, Neti Neti. Now intend to rest in objectless awareness. deepen the breath. Move back into object awareness, physical consciousness. And please bow the chin and slowly open the eyes when you're ready. So as I mentioned before, this practice is not a common technique that we do, but it is taught to us as the end of the road for yoga practice. Objectless, complete freedom of attachment to anything manifest. Is it practical? Maybe. If you are the kind of person who likes to see the totality of the life purpose and plan, maybe it has meaning. I've heard that I can share a photo during a live video, so let's see if that can actually happen here. Now, I've referenced this before. I think you all can see that. Oh, cool. My little picture is still there. So what we were... Oh, can I zoom? Let me see here. I'm not sure about that. Oh, no, that's not it. Hold on. Well, if you look on the left side there, we have the koshas. So at the very bottom left, we have the physical body, and that's where our brain is. Our brain functions in the physical body. So the process of meditation on energy moves us to the next level up, which is prana or life force. Then we have our emotional vehicle there in the lower mind, higher mind. So the process of seed meditation, depending on what the seed is, it draws our consciousness inward. This graph looks like it's going up, but it's actually going in, inner dimensions. Now, each different seed that we choose for meditation takes us one layer in, one plane or dimension in, until we reach Buddhik, the Buddhik plane, or the Anandamaya Kosha. And then above Anandamaya Kosha, or the Buddhik vehicle, we have Atma, which is the highest level of individuality. And Patanjali says that this process of Neti Neti eliminates even the subtlest of seeds of individual Atma. So then we achieve cosmic consciousness, the annihilation of the ahamkara or self. Of course, it's temporary, then we are pulled back into physical existence to do good in the world. But this is the plan, the process, and eventually we will live and abide in our true essential nature, cosmic awareness. Lots of philosophy today. All right, everyone. Well, it's been fun. I can't wait for tomorrow. Thank you all for joining. I've also realized that Instagram has changed the way their live video stays. It doesn't stay anymore. It goes right to Instagram TV, I guess, so it doesn't remain on the page for 24 hours. So this will go on to the page post as an Instagram TV thing soon. Love you all. Big namaste. See you tomorrow. How do I take that picture off now? Let me see. There we go. Fun stuff. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Kelly. Dee, Lori, Anna. Okay, bye guys.